This is Here at This Table. It's in your new Journey Song hymnal, number 777. I'm just going to go through the refrain and the verses, of course, because they're all kind of different. But anyway, here is the refrain. Here's the intro. Table, food for all who hunger, and drink for all who thirst. Drink of his love, wine of salvation. You shall live forever in Jesus Christ the Lord. Yes, all right. So, of course, there's dynamics. So you want to crescendo, get louder, diminuendo, get softer. Because it's all unison, so we need the dynamics. Let's do the verse. Verse 1. Now, if we just look at the verses first. Verse 1, you who labor for justice, you should notice there's a small note over justice. That's called a Q note, C-U-E. That's only for verse 2. For verse 1, it's you who labor for justice. Now for verse 2, it's you with lives, my fault. You with lives full of pain. So we don't go up on verse 2. And then of course, verse 4, you the aged among us, you go up. You the aged among us. So it's only you with lives full of pain, you don't go up. Okay. The rest of the verse are, yes, for each verse is a little easier. But anyway, here is verse 1 for the melody. You who labor for justice. I'm going to play it with the accompaniment. Got to switch my books here. And I'm actually going to play the end of the refrain. In Jesus Christ the Lord, going into verse 1, because the piano will lead you into the melody note. And that's your note on verse 1. Okay, here it is. In Jesus Christ the Lord, the end of the refrain, going into verse 1. In Jesus Christ the Lord, you who labor for justice, you who labor for peace, you who steady the plow in the field of the Lord, come. And of course we go back into the refrain. Here is going into, so you know how to get, what the piano does to get into verse 1, 2, and 4, because they all start on that same note. But here is, the piano goes like this, and it leads you right into it. Yes, all right, here is going into verse 3 and 5. It starts on a different pitch. Instead of starting this chord, we're here now. Which is completely different chord. So here is in Jesus Christ the Lord at the end of the refrain. Let's go into verse 3 now, and I'll play the accompaniment. So in Jesus Christ the Lord, verse 3, and it goes, in Jesus Christ the Lord, children of every color. So that's how we get into it. So the piano will play on in Jesus Christ the Lord. So the piano will lead you right into that note. Yes, so here is in Jesus Christ the Lord, going into verse 3. We'll sing the whole verse this time. Just so you know, on verse 3, we sing the regular sized notes on In Every Land, because the Q notes, the smaller notes, go for verse 5, Stranger. Okay? Anyway, here is verse 3. Going into verse 3. In Jesus Christ again without me playing the accompaniment. Verse 3. Children of every color in every land, you are his own. He gathers you gently, don't you grow weary, for when you run with the Lord. So that part, don't you grow weary, basically, it feels a little weird because we're thinking in 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3 with the whole song. But here on Don't You Grow Weary, we have to think in groups of 2. So it's 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So for instance, it's don't you grow weary. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. That's how the feeling is. So don't you grow weary, for when you run. That's the rest of the verse. Here is going into verse 5 because we use the Q notes for verse 5. So here's going into it. The end of the refrain going into verse 5. In Jesus Christ. In Jesus Christ the Lord. Let each woman and man learn from the stranger. We're not so different, and so much unites us, for we are one, blessed with the Spirit and the power of love. I'll do it again, verse 5 with the accompaniment, because there's a lot more notes, because we're using the Q notes for this. So here is the end of the refrain going into verse 5. And it goes, in Jesus Christ the Lord. Let each woman and man learn from the stranger. We're not so different, and so much unites us, for we are one, blessed with the Spirit and the power of love. Last time refrain. Come and be filled here at this table.